Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to Public Laws 1975. Said notice was advertised in the Lacey Beacon and was posted on a bulletin board showing the time and place of the meeting. Will everyone please rise and salute the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, item 1, we're going to change it up a little bit.
Yeah, we have a special guest here with us tonight, and I apologize for not putting him on the agenda. But we have a young man, Robert Corzone, who's here to present the governing body with an item this evening. So why don't you step up to the microphone? Why don't you step down?
How you doing? I just got back from a deployment 2 months ago, and I wanted to present Lacey Township with a flag that was flown over Guantanamo Bay. The certificate reads, Camp 5 was constructed by the United States to house enemy combatants captured during its global war on terrorism. Taliban and Al-Qaeda await their fate within the confinements of its perimeter. On January 28, 2016, this flag was proudly flown for 9 minutes and 11 seconds over Camp 5 as a tribute to those who lost their lives during the attack and those who continue to fight against terror. We will never forget. Presented to Lacey Township.
Robert, on behalf of the township, especially so close to Memorial Day, so thank you very much.
Steve, why don't you grab somebody with a camera, take a picture, and we'll get it to John.
Get it onto the Facebook page. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Here, you guys get a phone number for it.
Actually, I can probably do it right off of my iPad. I can do it right off the iPad.
You got the iPad? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's come down, come on.
For an off, of course.
Oh, I'm not a great photographer here. So Miracle Party.
You've got an iPad, so it's widescreen.
Yeah, well, sometimes I need it for you guys.
A full stand. Oh, yeah, yeah.
This one? Are you ready? I'm gonna take, tell you, I'm not a photographer.
Can't stand side, but you have to stand sideways, Pete.
Okay, we've got it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
As you know, we're having our service on Monday, Memorial Day, the
Yes.
parade. You know,
Yeah.
we do have a little ceremony right over here if you'd like to join us. Congratulations.
Oh, I thought you fucked up you.
My husband needs to help. That was my mistake.
Item 1, special use permits, Lacey Methodist Church, Shorefest, June 11th, 2016.
This is an annual event that the Lacey Methodist Church has. It's called their Shore Fest, where they have the food trucks come in, and it's been a very successful event. They're looking again to hold it Saturday, June 11th, which we know Saturday, June 11th is a very busy events going on through town. So I just need approval for them to have a special use permit outside the scope of what their facility is used for.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Since we're going to be in the dunk tank, aren't we? That's that day.
Yeah.
You too.
Me and Pete will be in the dunk tank.
Yes, we'll be in the dunk
Right.
tank.
And I won't be
For
in
10
town,
minutes.
darn.
Can I have the whole 10 minutes?
Neil and Matthews call to action for safety rally, July 2nd, 2016.
Okay, I have been contacted by the Dolphin family with regards to a rally that they would like to hold on July 2nd. And they want to start the rally here at the municipal building, do a greeting, a benediction by the clergy, some music, a eulogy. Mothers will speak on behalf of Neil and Matthew. And then they're going to explain their call to action, which Senator Holzapfel is helping them develop some legislation in accordance with their call to action. And then they're going to walk down to just past Deerhead Lake Drive to have a rally down there. And they just need permission. Obviously, it's a Saturday. There's nothing going on here in the building. Not that the building would be open, but I've offered the front steps of the municipal building. I've offered police assistance to cross at the Manchester and Lacey Road intersection plus the Deer Head Lake intersection for safety purposes. So, you know, I was just hoping that we would grant them permission to do this and to have that rally here. I don't feel it's gonna put an impact on the municipal building at all because there is nobody here that day.
Motion?
Move it.
Second.
Okay, so I'll coordinate this with the chief, so that we can sit down with the Dolphin family
All in favor?
and, yeah, and, get this organized.
All in favor?
All in favor?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna go straight into our
Township.
township meeting.
So we'll convene, yeah, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn this.
Motion to adjourn.
Move it.
Second. All in favor?
Yes.
Adequate notice of this meeting has been given in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to the public laws of 1975. Said notice was advertised in the Asbury Park Press and the Lacey Beacon and was posted on the bulletin board showing the time and place of the meeting. Everyone, please rise and salute the flag. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First reading of ordinance 2016-11, providing for funding for the 2016 capital improvement and projects and equipment.
An ordinance of the Township of Lacey County, Ocean State of New Jersey, providing for various capital improvements and the acquisition of various capital equipment, appropriating $1,171,000 therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $850,675 in bonds and notes to finance a portion of the cost therefore authorized in and by the Township of Lacey. This is for the 2016 capital improvement projects that we have approved. We approved a 3,000-gallon emergency service tanker pumper truck for the Forked River Fire Company. We've approved a heavy-duty public works equipment with regards to vehicle lifts, a 30,000-pound lift and a 10,000-pound lift. The acquisition of drainage improvements and paving for Phase 2 of Bayberry Village, HVAC Phase 2 for the police department. And we also approved the complete purchase of the loader that we've been leasing. Now we are going to completely buy it out for this year. And those are the projects that we're bonding for 2016.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas?
Yes, first reading of ordinance 2016-12, authorizing the sale of block 4005, lot 7.
In order to the Township of Lacey County, Ocean State of New Jersey, authorizing the sale of vacant land known as Block 4005, Lot 7 pursuant to NJSA 48:12-13B5 and vacating the public right-of-way. This is a portion of, the old railroad right-of-way that runs west of the Parkway through basically privately owned land. There's two contiguous property owners there. Based on an application put before the Pinelands, this property owner one of the property owners needs to acquire the land. We need to go out and sell it. It is approximately 3.21 acres in the preservation area. So we are looking for a minimum bid, which is the fair market value of $10,000. It's a 33-foot right-of-way. That's the width of the property.
Move it. Second.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas?
Yes, second reading of ordinance 2016-10, authorizing the acquisition of an easement by the County of Ocean.
In order to the Township of Lacey County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the conveyance of an easement on a portion of Block 3300, Lot 4 to the County of Ocean. Just a little background. The County of Ocean is replacing the Daniels Bridge out on Wells Mills Road, and we have property adjacent to that. They need to acquire an easement in accordance with the schedule that's attached to this. The project is going to start in July, and since it wasn't agreed upon to completely close down the road, they're gonna do alternating lanes, and the project should take 270 days because of the alternating lanes. So you're not looking for that to have, it's gonna have a temporary traffic light there to alternate the lanes of traffic. So you're not looking for this project to be done until approximately April of 17, completed.
And beginning date?
It's July.
July.
Yes.
Being the second reading, I'll open this up to the public. Motion to close the floor.
Motion to close the floor, seeing no comments.
Move it.
All in favor?
Who made, okay, who made the motion? Tim? And who seconded?
Deputy Mayor.
I'll make a motion on the ordinance.
Second?
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Giuliano?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald? Mayor Kennas?
Yes.
I'm all confused, but that's okay.
Resolution 2016-146, it'll be quicker now. Authorizing a place to place-to-place transfer of a retail distribution license.
Resolution to Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing and approving a place-to-place transfer of liquor license number 151244005005 to Town Enterprises Incorporated, trading as Spirits Unlimited. This isn't, they're not moving their location, they're just expanding the footprint that they're currently in. So, under the law, it's a place-to-place transfer. So I just need a motion to approve that.
Move it.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mr. Giuliano.
Abstain.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes, Resolution 2016-147, renewing plenary consumption licenses.
Resolution to Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, renewing plenary retail consumption licenses in the Township of Lacey. We are in the renewal period for our restaurants. Right now, all applications have been completed and approved for Caffrey's, Il Giordano's, Applebee's, and the pocket license of the former Rella's.
Motion?
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Giuliano.
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2016-148, renewing plenary distribution licenses.
Resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, renewing the plenary retail distribution licenses in the Township of Lacey. These are the liquor stores, which would be Lacey Liquors, Corks and Caps, which is JR's, and Spirits Unlimited.
Motion?
Move it. Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Giuliano.
Abstain.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2016-149, renewing club licenses.
Resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, renewing club liquor licenses in the Township of Lacey. Those applications completed and submitted is the Moose Lodge and the Forked River Tuna Club.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Giuliano.
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2016-150, providing for a special item of revenue in the 2016 budget.
Resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State of New Jersey, providing for the insertion of a special item of revenue and appropriation in the 2016 municipal budget known as the Chapter 159 of the Township of Lacey pursuant to NJSA 48:4-87. We have received money from the Clean Communities Grant Program. At the time that the budget was set, we had no idea what we were receiving, but we are now inserting it into the budget in order to use it for this year, and we received $85,900.88.
Motion?
Move it.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Giuliano.
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2016-151, authorizing the release of a maintenance bond for the Lakeside Drive roadway improvement project.
Resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing release of a maintenance guarantee for the 2012 Lakeside Drive roadway improvement project. This project has completed its one-year maintenance period, and we are now releasing the bond.
Motion?
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Giuliano.
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2016-152, authorizing the release of a performance bond for the Cedar Drive road improvement project.
Resolution of Township of Lacey County of Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing release of a performance bond for Johnson Barron for the 2014 DOT municipal aid project known as Cedar Drive road improvements. They are being released from performance bond, and now they will post a maintenance bond for a period of 1 year.
Motion?
Second?
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Giuliano.
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2016-153, authorizing the tax collector to transfer payments to correct an error.
Resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the tax collector to transfer payments applied erroneously to block 1024.13, lot 21, to correct properties as per the Schedule A that is attached.
Motion?
Move it. Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Giuliano.
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2016-154, authorizing the refund of deposit monies.
Resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the refund of deposits held for the use of municipal facilities.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Giuliano.
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Resolution 2016-155, authorizing the payment of township bills.
Resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the payment of township bills in the amount of $827,153.70.
Motion?
Move it.
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Giuliano.
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes. Motion to approve caucus meeting minutes of May 12, 2016.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve township meeting minutes of May 12, 2016.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve raffle license applications for the Forked River Tuna Club.
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Add-ons.
Add-ons.
Okay, first is Resolution 156. It's a resolution of Township of Lacey County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the execution of a shared services agreement with the County of Ocean pursuant to NJSA 48:65-1 at SEC for the 911 emergency Communication Services. We are under contract with the county for them to do our police dispatching and our first aid and fire dispatching. Our contract expired as of yesterday. I had just received the contract yesterday as well, and this will be for a 7-year period and will expire in 2023, and it will be for the same way that is currently dispatched, and the same fee with regards to the emergency, the EMS squads.
Motion?
Move it.
Second.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes.
Next is Resolution 157. It's a resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing receipt of bids for various infrastructure projects, park improvements, facility improvements, vehicles and equipment in accordance with the approved 2016 capital budget for the Township of Lacey. Those projects are going to be the realignment of a portion of the Veterans Way roadway and drainage improvements to Bay Ray Village Phase 2, the 3,000-gallon pumper for the Forked River Fire Company, and we're going out to bid for bulk bituminous material.
Motion?
Move it. Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas.
Yes.
Next is Resolution 158, Resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the employment of seasonal employees for the Department of Public Works. We have another young man who will be working as a summer laborer with us, and his name is Jared Scartino.
Move it.
Second.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
And Mayor Kennas.
Yes.
That is all I have to add on.
Comes from the committee, Deputy Mayor Curatello.
Thank you, Mayor. I would, just like, there's some pleasant things we would like to bring to the township's attention. First and foremost, Relay for Life. I can see us up here, we're wearing pink in honor of Breast Cancer Month and the survivors. The relay was last week in Veterans Park. It was hosted by Berkeley Township, but there was also, Lacey Township was there, our high school band was there. The stories each year from the participants are more and more heartfelt. They're visceral, and I am truly hopeful that my 11-year-old daughter will see a world without cancer. I'm hoping that we just put our boot on the throat of this horrible disease and see it take its last breath. And that's as clear as I could be. There were young people, there were more seasoned and senior citizens. It's horrible and it's happy because you're a survivor once you're diagnosed. So I applaud the people that participated and the researchers, hoping that those funding pathways stay open and that we can continue research and move on. I would also like to commend our police department on Meet the Officer last Saturday at our middle school. It was extremely well attended. Children of all ages were there. A lot of my colleagues were there. My colleagues were also at the Relay for Life. I think it's critically important to have a first positive interaction with a police officer for a young person. I think that pays dividends down the road. I commend our department, all of the officers that I saw there, and there were a great many. For that good work, and I do think that pays dividends. I would like to remind people of our Memorial Day Parade. We're going to be stepping off at 10 at Lacey United Methodist Church, and a great time to be had by all, always well attended. I also wanted to talk briefly, if I could, about the nuclear plant. I know there's rumors abound. I want you to know that, everybody to know that this committee is working. We know that there's a closure date, possibly in 2019. The decommissioning process takes a very long time. And we're continuing to try to meet with potential suitors to keep that going. There'll be a security presence there. There's some spent fuel there. There's value to this tax base as a rateable in those items. So I think it's not as dire as everyone is saying, and I think the mayor's been involved with that, Committeeman Quinn has been involved with that, and meeting with different organizations, as will we all become more involved with the Apex issue facing this town. And closing comments, we talked about some liquor licenses tonight. There are some liquor establishments in town that have gone through an evidence-based program called TIPS, Training and Intervention Procedures from, there's a company down, I think it's in Virginia, but the county also provides that training as well, and there are several that took advantage of it. And it's safe service of alcohol here in town and all throughout the county. And that training has been offered for free to different licensees. And licensees, generally speaking, will experience a reduced rate on their liability insurance if they go through that training. A great training. I'm actually certified in it. I have no business interest in it, and full disclosure at all. It's for public safety and public health. That's all I have tonight, Mayor.
Thank you, Pete. Committeeman McDonald?
Thank you, Mayor. Pardon me. As we know, this weekend kicks off our summer season, and our rec department gets going full tilt for the summer program in a few weeks. So if you haven't signed up for any activities, you can do so now. Check out our website if you don't know what activities are going on, but there's really something there for everybody. Our rec department does a really good job of putting stuff together for the summertime. June 11th is Hooked on Fishing at the First Lake. The registration is going to be early in the morning, so get out there and catch some fish. June 18th is the Beach Bash, which is at the Middle Lake. It's the 50th anniversary. It's the day the beach is open. You can get your beach badges a little bit early. So come on out for that. July 3rd, we're holding our annual fireworks at the high school. And August 13th is Lacey Day, Mayor. And one last thing is Monday's Memorial Day. I'm just going to ask everyone to take a few minutes on Monday to think about how lucky we are to live in a country with all the freedoms that we have. And remember those soldiers who have died in preservation of our life.
Thank you, Tim. Committeeman Giuliano?
Mayor, thank you. I have not too much to say other than I hope to see everybody out at the parade on Monday. It's very important to honor all of the people that serve us, as we had today with this gentleman. I would like to see, I know we're all going to be there. Unfortunately, I cannot make it to the parade that night. My daughter's leaving for Paris to study abroad, so that's the same time I have to get her up to the airport to leave. So I'm going to be missing it, and that bothers me because it's the first one I've missed so far, because it means a lot to me. But other than that, I just want to thank all the volunteers in town. Mr. Bender, I'd like to thank you for all you did with the Relay for Life. I seen how you were running around that day, and I appreciate it. I really do. It means a lot to me. Other than that, Mayor, everybody enjoy the summer as it's coming, because it's coming quick, and the weather changed real quick from that 45, 50 to 90. But that's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you, Nick. Committeeman Quinn?
By the time you get to this end of the podium, it's like you've said everything. But just, to go over a couple things. Barry, you did a great job. I know when we saw you up there at opening ceremony, you were kind of hoping and praying that the rain wouldn't start, and it was probably the most miserable day you could ever ask for. But, you, all the folks that, worked, all the volunteers did a tremendous job. Weather just didn't work in your favor, but it was still so important to do it for the great cause that it is. And I know you raised a lot of money. I'm sure you'll give us a little update on that when you come up. So, but hats off to you, because I know you've been doing it for as many years as Nicky's been watching the parades. And it's something that really does mean a lot for the community here. So, the Cop Card program, it was a great success. We had, Deputy Mayor Curtello said, we had the Meet the Officers Day on Saturday, this past Saturday, and it was nice because we only, out of our entire staff, officers, dispatchers, the staff in the police department building, we only had 3 officers that were missing, and they had prior duty obligations that they just couldn't get there for the day. But it gave the kids in the community the ability to really meet all of the officers and everyone that works in the police department one-on-one, which is so important, like somebody said before, to build relationships with the officers when they're at such a young age. But I just want folks to know that those officers all came in. Some of them had worked all night. They came in on their own time. Nobody was paid for that day. Everything was completely volunteer. And all the money that they spent, throughout the program itself, the cop cars themselves were sponsored by local businesses where the money came from. But the program was also paid for through the police funding, not township funding. It's money that they raise in their own way, and it didn't affect the taxpayers at all. But it was a great program, and I hope to see it continue for many more years. I was talking to Mayor Amato at the Relay for Life the other day, and I think a lot of other towns have heard so much good about Lacey and what it does for the kids that they're going to be reaching out to get involved as well. So, hats off to the police department for a great day. Memorial Day Parade, it is so important that we come out and honor all of those that fought and gave up their lives for, like Timmy said, for the freedom that we all have in this country that we live in. So come on out, but don't just come to the parade. Come down to Town Hall right after the parade is over. we have the ceremony next door, to honor, all the fallen, all the wreaths are put out there on Monday. So it's really truly a nice day that, gives some sort of recognition to everybody that fought and gave their lives for us as Americans. And the last thing, as somebody said, we're honoring, this is Pink Town Pink Month, as well as, the Relay for Life, which we're wearing pink, but we're all wearing purple the other day for the Relay for Life. But it's so important that we put awareness on, the fighting the battle to try and find a way, to eliminate cancer in this country or in this world, because everybody at some point in your life does, get affected by it. So. We just felt, we're all gonna, wear pink, and if you have the opportunity to wear it right from now until the end of the month, and show your support for all those that have fought with, for battling cancer. Robert, again, thank you for that flag. Thank you for your service coming here tonight. That truly means a lot to us, and we'll certainly put that flag to very good use. And we're happy you're home. We're happy you're home safe, and we hope you stay home for a little while and get to enjoy yourself. So, thank you very much, man.
Thank you, Gary. Yes, I'll be brief. I had a chance to attend a life jacket dedication by the Coast Guard Auxiliary on Saturday. That they had it's a children's life jacket kiosk that the kids can borrow if they forget a life jacket. It's at Ocean Beach Marina. Apparently, there's a bunch of them spread out throughout the town. But I want people to know that the materials and the actual kiosk were built and donated by Home Depot. And I just want everybody to know that Home Depot is a very good partner to the town. In addition to that, I also attended the Relay for Life, and both organizations, the Coast Guard Auxiliary and the Relay for Life volunteers. I just want to thank all the volunteers and businesses that support all these events, because it lessens the burdens on townships, because they provide services that we often cannot. And finally, also again, Robert, thanks again for the flag. I really appreciate it, and we are glad you're home safe. And I just want to thank all the men and women in our armed services, and hope everybody has a happy and safe Memorial Day weekend. And with that, I'll open it up to the public. Barry?
Barry Bender, Historic Bay Avenue. As mentioned, last weekend was Relay for Life. It was beautiful on Friday. It was beautiful later on Sunday. Actually, Monday was really beautiful, but it rained the whole time. Actually, we got a break at 2 o'clock. I stuck my head out. Committeeman Quinn saw me. I was like, come on now, let's go. It broke a little bit. We got the opening ceremony in without people drowning. It actually turned out very well. People stayed and stayed and stayed. We actually pulled the plug early because people were getting drenched. The water was building up on the ground, etc. So we pulled the plug around 12:30 instead of 6 a.m. But we beat a lot of goals. Our final figure that evening was over $94,000, which is a new record for us. Our goal was 85.
I think you were at 70 earlier in the day, 74
Yeah.
or something.
72
That's
it
great.
was, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
no,
fantastic.
it was over 94. I thought I heard 94.6. Here's something to remember, though. If people out there in TV land want to continue to contribute, we have till August 31st before contributions are cut off. So I'm hoping we hit that six-figure number. That would be tremendous. But 94, if it was 94.6, that's nothing to sneeze at. And I appreciate the mayor, Committeeman Quinn, Giuliano, Cortolo. I'm assuming Committee McDonald had other.
Unfortunately, I was at a funeral for
I'm
a
sorry
close
for
friend
that.
of mine who passed because of cancer,
cancer.
so I apologize for not being there.
I wear the button here. I won't say what it says on TV, but
We
you
can
know what
read
that
it.
button says. I wear that every day. Anyway, it was very successful. Our goal was to get 100 people signed up for the ACS CAN, which is the Cancer Action Network. We hit exactly 100. We had 48 teams, which was a new record for us. We had over 500 people, which was a new record for us, in the rain. Imagine what we could have done if the sun was out. Anyway, I thank everyone for coming out and the signature it.
Oh, the proclamation.
Proclamation. Thank you very much, Mayor, for the proclamation. And, it was a very good experience. I just want to do a shout out to Roxanne Stevens, who has been the event coordinator for 7 years. She's deciding to retire. There's other people going to pick up. They got big shoes to fill. But she's been the driving force on this for 7 years. You cut her veins and purple comes out of her.
Great
veins.
lady.
That's Roxanne, so I just wanted to do a shout out to her. On another topic, just wanted to mention the project down at the Bayfront Park. I thank you all for the getting the grant for the improvements there. We all know that there's a lot of work to be done down there. My only request is that there are experts who are putting in comments. These are scientists who've studied the bay from all angles, and I'm hoping that their suggestions, small suggestions, hopefully, can be rolled into this plan so that it's good for the long term and not just the short term. And I thank you for letting me comment tonight. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, Barry. And again, you did a great job.
One more. Memorial Day. This is the second Memorial Day where there are no relatives left in my family from World War II. Any World War II veterans out there, I just have to say, the only reason I am able to stand here and speak in front of you today is the effort that those men and women made in World War II. And I know for a fact I would not be there, and I thank them every day of my life.
Amen.
Thank you.
That's right.
Thank you, Barry. Again, you do an incredible job at the Relay for Life.
Thanks.
Mr. Moss.
Bill Moss, Biscayne Drive, Forked River Beach. I'd like to bring your attention to a couple of things. First off, the Veterans Commission, which Mr. Colatolo is in charge of. Tomorrow is our Municipal Alliance Luncheon. And tomorrow at the luncheon, you'll see how the Veterans Commission, the American Legion, and VetWorks work in unison with the township. We're going to give them a nice presentation tomorrow, and you're going to be quite surprised when you see it and enjoy it. Second thing I wish to bring up is the request that the township get together with the DOT and look into the intersection of Jones Road and Route 9. When traffic comes off Jones Road, the only thing they have on the corner is a stop sign. It can be verified by the lady that works in VetWorks. Many people go across Route 9 on the northbound side through the little cutoff for the left-hand turn and make a left-hand turn on Route 9 going south. They need a sign on that stop sign that says right turn only, because there is no place to put it straight ahead or even an arrow, which would become confusing, to stop people from making that left-hand turn into the southbound Route 9. Again, all they have is a stop sign. They could attach a sign to that stop sign that says right turn only. So, and you have
You
somebody
can't
that can
attach
do
other
it.
signs to the stop sign, so it would have to be a freestanding sign. There's regulations, but
Right.
I will look into that. I know exactly where you're talking about. I didn't think that was
The s-
still
the s-
happening.
The sign in the middle over there where the traffic comes in faces one way. There's no way to put a sign on it.
Yeah, well, the DOT will figure it out. They just can't attach it to the stop sign post.
Right,
They'll-
like I
they'll
said-
figure it out. I didn't think that was still continuing to happen. Okay.
It's happening, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
They can verify it at VetWorks.
No, I
if she
believe that. I
watches
believe
live.
it, yeah.
Okay, that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Moss.
Thank you.
Anything else from the public?
Make a motion, we close the floor.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion
Oh,
adjourned.
no, we gotta do the
It's
resolutions.
a resolution to go into private. It's
Switch
resolution
things up.
145, it's a resolution of Township of Lacey County, Ocean State, New Jersey, authorizing the convening of executive session to discuss contractual matters, anticipated pending litigation, matters of real estate, and personnel matters.
Motion?
Second.
Mr. McDonald?
Yes.
Mr. Curatolo?
Yes.
Mr. Juliano?
Yes.
Mr. Quinn?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas?
Yes, motion to adjourn?
Move it. Second.
All in favor?